Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do hopefully a quick unboxing and review and demo maybe of this Rene of Paris hot tool, heating tool, flat iron that they have out now. I have seen people post about this. I've seen Rene of Paris post about it for a couple months now, and I've been curious. And so I wanted to check it out myself. I wanted to see what it's all about, because as most of us suggest and know, most of the time we talk about how with your traditional synthetic fiber, you want to, for the most part, keep it away from heat. You don't want to melt those fibers. And so often we advise, stay away from ovens, stay away from excessive heat. You don't want to ruin those fibers. So unless you're steaming those synthetic fibers, some people will use a hot brush to smooth out the fibers. They'll use a really low setting and use the kind of like hot air to smooth. I have never actually done that. Like in all the years using wigs and synthetic hair, using steam and all the other things, I've never tried a hot brush on a synthetic wig. I just haven't done it. So of course that's something that I need to try out, especially because a lot of people do it when they want to smooth and revive their wigs. But I digress. Let's move on. Let's talk about this heat tool. Rene of Paris came out with this new heat tool. They call it a flat iron, but it's kind of like a comb. And I have not unboxed this, so just take a quick look at the beautiful packaging. Here's the picture of the heat tool. Really nice packaging. On the front, it tells you the features. So let's talk about the features. You have 21 different ceramic pieces that provide both straightening and curling function. So even though they call this a flat iron, it looks like a comb, and you can actually smooth and straighten, and you can, add curl. That's what it says. The temperature max is 240 degrees Fahrenheit. Instant heat up, so it takes 1 minute to reach the 240 degrees. It doesn't go over 240 degrees because this is meant for your heat resistant and your synthetic fiber. You want to keep the temperature low. It also has one button to operate the comb, turn on and off switch. So that makes it quite simple. And then you have auto shut off if not in use for 60 minutes. So I was watching the video on it, and it explained that, if you forget to turn off your heat tool, you leave the house, you don't have to fret, because this will turn off on its own after 60 minutes. So let's do the unboxing right now. Now what I have right here is a style, a wig, that it kind of looks a little rough. It feels a little rough. So because of that, I don't know, it's not horrific, but it just has kind of like a rough, tangly appearance and feel every time I put it on. I don't even know if you guys can really see it. It even got stuck on the stand. I mean, maybe from this view, it doesn't look that bad, but in reality, like, it does tangle a lot, and it just feels rough. So here's a close look of what it looks like. It does have like a film over the front. Now it looks all shiny and new. There's the on-off button, nice and simple and easy. Now, one thing that I saw when I watched the video on it is really you could, when it's on and at full temperature, you can even put your hand over it like this, because the heating element is inside of these combs. And although it does get hot at 250 degrees, 230, let me see, 240 degrees Fahrenheit, The outer plastic is kind of a protection, and so it's inside the combs is where that heat is. And you have those 21 different ceramic pieces, the teeth, that provide both straightening and curling functions. And what I'm reading here is the heat tool is excellent for root to tip straightening while delivering even heat for a silkier and shinier look. This hot brush can also detangle and smooth wigs that need some TLC. The ROP Flat Iron is a must-have for any synthetic wig wearer, as it is the perfect temperature for working with synthetic wigs. So let's check this out. I'm going to plug it in. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to kind of try to comb out some of the tangles in this here style. I wish that I could do this in an area that gave you guys a little more sight. I feel like I'm in a location that's hard to show you guys what I'm doing. All right, I don't even know if you guys can see this well. Kind of awkward and weird where I am. However, let's just do this. I'm going to start from the bottom. The bottom is where it's more tangly because the nape gets that friction frizz. This here wig does have a lot more thickness in it. More density, and it's long as well, so it tends to get that friction frizz and tangling. So I do love this hairstyle. I have two of them. This is Lennox by Rene of Paris, and it's really pretty, but this one happens to really tangle, especially at that nape, like I mentioned. So I'm hoping that I see a difference with using the heat tool. Perhaps I might even straighten it a little bit, because you see it does have somewhat of a little bit of a wave within this style. So we'll see what we can do. I need to use a detangler or something. So I don't think I was pushing the button hard enough, because now that I've turned the button on the proper way, as you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it lights up right here and it tells you the temperature. It tells you where you are, like with the temp. Let me see if I can turn off my ring light so you guys can see it. Can you see that? So that turns on and the temperature is moving up. I guess I wasn't doing that before, so it wasn't heating. So heats quite fast. I think it's already at 240. So let's see what we can do here. The ends are really where I really feel the roughness. And that's usually where you're going to feel the roughness on your synthetic fiber, especially at the beginning, are the ends. But I feel like it's already making a difference, especially on the ends. I can feel the heat on the hair, but it doesn't feel like it's like singeing it. You know, when you put a lot of heat on synthetic fiber and you can sense the melting. You can see the melting because it coils up. It's not doing that, so, but it automatically has a smoother feel to it. Like this section, and I'm not just saying that, you guys, like this is just what I'm experiencing. So I just did this little section right here, and it did make it straight, but I feel a difference in the ends. The ends felt quite rough on this hairstyle. and I felt a difference just going through it. I like that you use it as a comb. And I suppose if I wanted to maintain more of a, a flippy end, rather than making it more straight, I could twist the comb as I'm smoothing to add the curl, which that kind of worked well. I mean, you can clearly tell that did something there. You know, wow. Okay. This is kind of cool. See, this doesn't, since it's a comb and I have these rough ends, it's like I'm combing through it too, the tangles, while smoothing. I like that. It actually is really helping this fiber feel more smooth, because it felt so, I don't know, when a fiber gets really rough feeling, it feels thicker, and it feels like just softer and almost like finer. Like this section right here has a softer, finer feel than like this. I'm actually quite impressed, because I didn't know what to think. To be truthfully honest, I didn't know what to think, because I haven't used, aside from steam, I haven't used a lot. I haven't used anything on traditional synthetic fibers throughout all this time of me wearing and educating and, you know, sharing my experience with wig wearing. I haven't really done much. And so as far as, yeah, revitalizing synthetic hair with other than with steam. And so this is really cool. And it's actually kind of fun too. And I feel like it also has kind of that therapeutic, satisfying feel as well. Like when you're, I don't know, when I sit down and I curl a human hair wig, sometimes I have that kind of satisfying feeling. And I feel like going through this really rough feeling synthetic wig and smoothing it out with this tool, it's quite satisfying. So I'm reaching a rough point right here, rough, and it's doing a pretty dang good job smoothing it out. I'm not dead set on making it bone straight, so that's why I'm kind of flipping and curling the ends as I straighten. I can feel the heat, but it's not singeing, it's not scorching. It's doing just enough to help the synthetic fibers chill the heck out, if that makes sense. They do look shiny and soft. There's a big difference. There's a really big difference between this section right here that I've worked on and then like this. So I'm going to work on this. I might speed up the video. I might skip through to get to the end of this here wig, because I'm going to take my old sweet time and just sit and smooth away. And that would take a lot of time in this video. We're already at a higher time, so I'll speed up this process for you guys by fast forwarding, and we'll take a look at the end result. All right, you guys, it is pretty much finished. I smoothed this beautiful Lennox out. There's a huge difference. I'm quite impressed because it smoothed it out pretty well. And this is without steam, with just a little bit of heat, using the Rene of Paris Flat Iron Heat Tool comb. It did a really great job. It was actually quite fun to use as well. Yeah, I mean, look how smooth this looks. I wasn't wearing this style because it just seemed so bulky and rough, and it feels nice and smooth. You can tell that it looks smooth on the ends. So from, you know, top to ends, it looks and feels nice and smooth. It made a world of a difference, I think. So if you watch that sped up version, you saw that I did hit some quite rough spots, and it helped me get through that. So yeah, I'm ready to go and revive some other styles and see what I can do with this heat tool. And I'm ready to put on this wig because it looks so pretty. So again, this one is Lennox, and I'm actually wearing Harper by Rene of Paris. I did a review on this here wig previously to this video, so check that out. But definitely, if you guys are looking for a tool aside from like steaming and even if you do like a hot iron, a hot brush, which I have not tried, so I can't advocate for that. I mean, I know that a lot of people swear by it. I have not done it. I have a hot brush, so I don't even know why I haven't even tried it. But trying this Rene of Paris flat iron styling tool brush comb, yeah, it did the job. It did the job. It did a swell job on this rough Lennox wig. It smoothed out those fibers, and it was fun to use as well. So anyway, let me know your thoughts. Have you tried out this here comb? Is it something you want to check out? What do you do to revive your synthetic fibers? I'd like to know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Go follow Rene of Paris on their social media platforms, and go follow me over on Instagram. And until next time, you guys, I'll see you later.